let's not get it confused. They could really dominate for the next 10 to 15 years because the stars that are there, your Gavis, your Pedris, your Lamine Yamals, your Cubarsis, these are all effectively, and I mean this respectfully, kids. And they have their whole futures ahead of them. If they all want to grow together and develop this and turn Barcelona into the next wonder kids, oh my gosh, we are in for a ride.
That would be terrifying.
To the next decade, yes, we're going to be in a lot of trouble.
Absolutely terrifying.
I can see a lot of Champions League finals of me and you standing on the sideline somewhere in Spain.
A shutout win for Barcelona, their first win at Getafe in 6 seasons. So that puts Barca 3 points with this win, closing in on their second consecutive La Liga title. It increases the gap over second place Real Madrid to 11 points with just 5 matches to go. Remember, it was Real Madrid with a 1-1 draw against Real Betis on Friday that helps create a little bit more separation for Barcelona. To continue our conversation about the La Liga title race, we are so pleased to welcome in our CBS Sports La Liga correspondent, Phil Kitromilides. Hey, Phil, how are you?
Hey, really good. Are we still calling it a title race?
You tell me. What do you think of this match? Does Barca look like it is their title to win?
It's done. It's done. It's completely done. They're 11 points clear with 15 up for grabs. I mean, it really felt here in Spain like it was done last night when, I mean, I'll be honest, it's felt like for a few weeks now it's been done. But when Real Madrid dropped points in the 93rd minute against Real Betis, that was it. It was on a plate for Barcelona to take. That said, them going to Getafe is a really, really, really tough fixture for them. They haven't won there in many, many years. They've only scored 1 goal in the last 5 visits there. Like, Getafe know how to shut out Barcelona. So to go there to score twice and to get forwards on the score sheet as well, because the only player who had scored in those 5 games was Jules Koundé. So they got 2 forwards on the score sheet as well, 2 really good goals. We saw Pedri pulling the strings, and we saw Barcelona show that they can dominate matches and play good football without Lamine Yamal and without Rafinha as well. So this was a massively, massively positive performance and result for Barcelona, who are going to be champions. Could happen next week, I think, if they win and Real Madrid don't. So, yeah, sooner rather than later, they're going to be celebrating retaining their title.
Phil, I like how the affirmations you're putting out there for Barcelona, that they're going to be crowned as champions. But how do you think they'll look at their overall season, especially looking at the domination they had in completing the treble last year and where they reflect in terms of the amount of trophies they're going to get this season?
So listen, anytime you win the league title, it's a great season. It's a really good season for Barcelona. They've been the best side in Spain by some distance, and they're going to win the title by some distance. And, you know, when you want to win the title, and you want to win the title convincingly beating Real Madrid. So it looks like they're going to be able to do both those things, which is good. Now, we heard Hansi Flick say, we've heard him say, literally say, the Champions League is the most important thing for me. That's what I really want to win. I want to stay here until I win the Champions League. So obviously there is some kind of disappointment of the fact that they went out of the Champions League at the quarter-final stage to Atletico Madrid, who had also eliminated them from the Copa del Rey. So that is a little asterisk in the season, being knocked out of those cup competitions by Atletico Madrid, who they dominated in the league but couldn't get past in the cup competitions. But overall, hey, look, you know, you're gonna canter to the league title. It is a really good season for Barcelona. But there are people wanting them to take the next level, a step to the next level with this amazing roster that they have of terrific, young, exciting players to push further in the Champions League. That said, they are young players, they will develop, and there is time for them to do things in the Champions League. But they haven't won it since 2015. It's 11 years. It's a long time for Barcelona. So great domestic season, slightly disappointing in the Champions League.
You're talking about all the incredible players that this Barcelona team has, Phil, but they were without some big ones today in this game for Barcelona, without Lamine Yamal, without Rafinha, but Pedri. Oh, my word. I mean, the assist on that first goal, how important has he been for the continued success of Barcelona this year domestically?
Yeah, I think he's been really important. And when he hasn't been at his best, Barcelona have noticed it. You know, in some of those games against Atletico Madrid, he wasn't at his best, and Barcelona really noticed that. Obviously, they have had players missing, most notably Rafinha, but Pedri just controls the whole tempo of the game, and not just in terms of attack, but also in terms of defense, in terms of recovering possession really quickly, really aggressively. That's a part of his game which has just come on leaps and bounds. He is the complete midfielder. Could maybe score one or two more goals, but listen, nobody's perfect. I think he's one of the best footballers in the world, wherever, comparing to anyone, to a forward, to a midfielder, to a defender, to a winger, in terms of a footballer and a footballing brain. Pedri is elite, and for me, he's very close to being the best footballer in the world. I absolutely love watching him play. But like I said, in the last few weeks, he maybe hasn't been hitting his heights, and we've seen Barcelona suffer a little bit. They haven't been playing the staggering football, certainly domestically in La Liga over the last few weeks. I mean, in midweek, they sort of scraped past Celta Vigo 1-0 in the game that Lamine Yamal got injured in, and Pedri came out after that game and said, you know, we didn't play well at all in this game. But when he's on form and he cooks, Barcelona really look a different animal. And today it was a really, really impressive performance from him, and therefore the team as a whole.
All right, JD, so Phil says it. Barcelona, it is their title right now at this point to lose. Are you in the same boat? Are you thinking it's the same thing?
Yeah, I think it's been shut down for the last couple of weeks. I think Real Madrid haven't shown any element of consistency at all this season. We've seen the managerial changes, probably going to have another managerial change in the summer again. I just think when you look at this Real Madrid team, even the fitness element, looking at Kylian Mbappe and how he hasn't been able to stay on the pitch consistently, this has been one of those that they're going to have to chalk up and just say goodbye to. But credit to Hansi Flick, because, again, the standards that he set for himself last year was always going to be hard to replicate, especially with this young, exciting team. And the only question mark they have is whether or not they're experienced enough. I don't know about your basketball references, but when I watch this Barcelona team, they remind me so much of the San Antonio Spurs. Both kind of sitting there with the opportunity to do absolutely anything they want, but at the same time, can they actually execute? And sometimes you have to go through lessons to recognize that you can be champions across the board. Now, what Barcelona went through last year in the Champions League against Inter, I thought would have given them enough scars so they knew better this year. I still think there's probably a little bit of marinating that needs to occur with this team, a little bit more of a development from a maturity standpoint, but let's not get it confused. They could really dominate for the next 10 to 15 years, because the stars that are there, your Gavis, your Pedris, your Lamine Yamals, your Cubarsis, these are all effectively, and I mean this respectfully, kids, and they have their whole futures ahead of them. If they all want to grow together and develop this and turn Barcelona into the next wonder kids, oh my gosh, we are in for a ride.
That would be terrifying.
So the next decade, yes, we're going to be in a lot of trouble.
Absolutely terrifying.
I can see a lot of Champions League finals of me and you standing on the sideline somewhere in Spain.
Exactly, with all those kids, as you call them.
I want to say respectfully.
Yeah, respectfully. I mean, Barcelona, they do have a chance to clinch their next time out. If they win against Osasuna, Real Madrid drop points as well. There's a lot to come, but in years moving forward, it's also about the Copa del Rey, the Champions League. Can they get the full, complete picture for Barcelona? That is where they're gearing for next.